Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV here on the Wicked Wednesday for the Monsters of Dirt. And now we turn our attentions to the super late models as they take to the Volusia Speedway Park. Good evening, Brett Wheeler in the booth with you for tonight's call as we get set for qualifying. Again, the top 20 on the left-hand side of your screen, and I think we had 31 drivers signed into the pit area for the super late model part of the night. Down the bottom left is the driver that we are currently watching on the racetrack. At the moment, you can see the Monsters of Dirt number 421 of John Etheridge takes to the Volusia Speedway Park for qualifying here. We'll see what kind of lap time John Etheridge can do around Volusia. Of course, tonight's setup is fixed setup, so all drivers on the same setup. John Etheridge falling down the speed charts, 3/10 off the pace at the moment, 16.475. We'll see if he can better that. On lap number 2, it was a 16.368, but he had contact with the wall. Anthony Cordill in the Reynolds Branch Coal Company. Number 99 machine, the Swartz Race Cars. 6 quick for make that 7th quick. Austin Anderson jumps into the top 5. Anthony Cordill a little slower there on lap number 2. Brian Wax in the takeoff Centerville smoking something or other. Brandon Proudfoot in the Wolfaction Esports car number 22. First lap time for Brandon Proudfoot. Here with the 28th, the driver to get a lap in here. We wait for the time. 4th quick with a 16.107. Cole Henriksen done. Daniel Stifler pulling that car up on the racetrack as well. The number 29 of the Kaiser Manufacturing, Mitchell Fields Garage. Number 29 of Austin McGlone. Austin McGlone in car number 29. First lap time will be 15th quick, a 16.221. Dustin Hall stopping on the racetrack as well. Mookie Haney again in the HRE Motorsports Team Friday High Racing I-Flags. The finesse kid of Mookie Haney, 6 quick. Doug Silvernail in the high side of Raceware's 05 car. Cole Henriksen, the Dakota Golf. Malvin Bank, number 0 car. The car is still on the racetrack, but it is 31 drivers taking a lap time here at Limaland. Bucky, thank you for the host again. Appreciate it. Thank you for the likes coming through. Qualifying done and dusted. Brandon Proudfoot. So it's quick time this evening, 16.018. Just the 3 heat races on the program for the super late model to round out this Wicked Wednesday Monsters of Dirt late model night. Let's go trackside now. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Did I say Limaland? Did I? Oh, okay, yeah. We're definitely at Volusia. Oh, we don't need the Wicked Cushion instant replay just yet. Brandon Proudfoot in car number 22 will start position 1. JD Brown will start position number 2. Austin Anderson and Anthony Cordill will start position number 3 and position 4. Position 5 will see Cole Henriksen line up alongside Jason McConnell on the outside of that 3rd row. Doug Silvernail on the inside of row 4. Outside will be Robert Williams in car number 23. Then we go back to Jace Johnsrud at a position 9 with Bobby Hunts at a position number 10. John Etheridge scheduled to start at a position 11. Oh, my apologies. Yes, we are at the Volusia Speedway Park. Oh, look, I'm just going to go with this one. I'm just going to say, yeah, I meant to say Limaland because we just finished up at Limaland with the Pro Late models. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. All right, so we'll just leave that at that. course, I didn't mention it before. I didn't mention it in the Pro Late Model stream, but a big thank you so very much to Doug for the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV and sending us the camera packs for the tracks throughout the week. Of course, we've only got, 9 tracks on the server, so he's done a fantastic job in sending us tracks, sending us camera packages for the tracks so far. And again, all the camera action you see here at the moment of these cameras, a big thanks to Dougie as well for the support. And well, basically without these new camera packs, we're setting trends here again, because all those camera packs you saw, I'm not gonna say all, but most of those camera packs you see out there, well, they came to Ultimate Dirt TV first, and then you send them to one person, and then all of a sudden it gets leaked via everything else. It's the way it's meant to be. But we get set to go green flag racing here off turn number 4. We wait for the iRacing.com official pace truck to move to the infield, and we go racing around Volusia for 8 laps. Heat race number 1. Brandon Proudfoot and JD Brown on the front row. We go green here at Volusia. Almost said Lima Land again. What's going on, Carter? Down into 1 and 2 for the opening time of tonight's super late model action. Heat number 1, Proudfoot, Brandon Proudfoot, JD Brown, Austin Anderson sits 1, 2, and 3. 4th right now is Jason McConnell. Now moves to the inside, as that's going to shuffle Anthony Cadill back to position 5. Well, Cadill around. We've also got Silvernail as well. The American Central Transport. Number 9 of Bobby Hans gets through it somewhat, but have a look at JD Brown. He is all over the back of Proudfoot down into turns 3 and 4, I should say. We complete lap number 3. And again, all drivers on the same setup, so the fixed setup right now. Again, it comes back down to the drivers and how they tackle this big half a mile of a D-shaped racetrack here at the Volusia Speedway Park. It's still Proudfoot who leads Brown. Then we go back to Austin Anderson and Jason McConnell sits 3rd and 4th. Rounding out your top 5 is Cole Henriksen. Back up towards the front again. We watch Brown putting the pressure there on Brandon Proudfoot. He is trying to maybe force Proudfoot into a mistake, but I don't think it's going to happen just yet. Mr. Cool, calm, and collected. Into 3 and 4. Track is still very narrow for the time being, but of course, the track getting the reset after the practice session. And, well, again, we've only had qualifying on it at the moment, but we've now had 7 laps completed on this surface. And we'll have 1 lap left to run, and JD Brown, this is his chance if he wants to start on pole for tonight's main event. It all starts here. Proudfoot, he leaves the bottom side open as they make contact down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Brandon Proudfoot going to come away victorious. Yes, he does. 2nd will go to JD Brown. Austin Anderson home in 3rd. Jason McConnell 4th. Cole Henriksen, Robert Williams. Then we see John Etheridge, Anthony Cordill, and Bobby Hans with Doug Silvernail. And then Jace Johnsrud home in 10th and 11th. That is heat race number 1 complete. Heat number 2. Now again, we're only 3 heat races on the program for tonight. And once again, we will go trackside right now and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Heat race number 2 looks like this. Casey Reiser will start on pole. Alongside him in car number 3, going to be Shane James. David Caldwell will line up out of position 3. Ryan Underwood out of position at number 4. We go back to Ryan Green out of position 5. Travis Card out of position 6. Daniel Stifler and Brian Wax. And then Bryson Daff and Jesse Johnsrud and Bailey Hipp did not grid. So again, heat race number 2, and well, we've got a bit of a paint change here on the number 3 car. Normally what we're used to seeing Here's the black and blue number 3, now gone away from that. So the new paint scheme coming out here for Shane James in that HRE Motorsports Cincinnati. We'll see if this one brings him any more luck, because I know his luck has just been absolutely horrendous every time we see him here on Ultimate Dirt TV. There's just, I'll tell you what, if he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all, that fella. And you can see the starter getting set to wave the green flag off turn number 4. We go wait for the pace truck to move to the infield first. And then it is time to go green flag action here at Volusia. There it is. Green flag is out. Heat race number 2 is underway. Now let's get to a proper camera angle. There we go. Sorry. It's Riser leading down the back straightaway for the first of 8 laps here at Volusia. David Carbwell now moving to the bottom side of Shane James. Ryan Underwood moves into position 4, and then you go back to the 5th spot on the racetrack. And now this is the bubble spot, the final transfer spot into the main event. Daniel Stifler holds that key at the moment. We go back to 3rd and 4th, Carbwell and Underwood. Carbwell slid up, Underwood tried to come back underneath him, but Underwood now down into 1 and 2. Was there a little bit of a bump there with Underwood and Carbwell? Carbwell's car got very, very tight and then got very sideways right after getting tight, so there might have been contact between Underwood and Carbwell. Meanwhile, Underwood now starting to catch up to the number 3 car. He's trying to roar into the top spot. Shane James in 2nd spot. Casey Riser holding down the race lead. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. James now down to the inside into 3 and 4 on Riser. Riser still has the top spot. 3 to run. The 3 car is in 2nd. Shane James with the new paint scheme on that car. Underwood back there in 3rd. Then we go back to David Carbwell and Daniel Stifler round out your top 5. Brian Wax a fair way back in position 6. Ryan Green, and we've already got a couple of cars back on pit road. Travis Card and Bryson Daffin, didn't even get to the starting grid, so that's going to put him in 11th spot, although not sure why, unless he's been DQ'd. Anyhow, more so, we got the white flag this time by, as James again down to the low side into turns 1 and 2. Riser has the top spot and has the advantage going down the back straightaway. Riser up top. James down low off turn 4. It's a drag race. Casey Riser gets the win by 0.089 of a second. 0.065 it was. Underwood home in 3rd. Carbwell and Daniel Stifler round out your top 5. Wax Green come home in position 6 and number 7. Heat race number 4. Heat race number 4. There is no heat race number 4, you clown. Heat race number 3 getting set to take to the racetrack. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. On pole for the final heat race of the night, we'll see the 69 of Brent Carter line up alongside Mookie Haney in position number 2. Dustin Hall will start position number 3. At a position 4, we'll see the 29 of Austin McGlone. No, in fact, it'll be Daniel Cummings Jr. It says right there on the ticker, you idiot. Austin McGlone will start position 5. Calvin Herring will start position 6. Hunter Poston and Aaron Brumbelow in row 4. Justin Sick and Kyle Ritchie will make up row number 5. Dead set. What an absolute idiot. Can't even read a name that's in front of me. Dear oh dear, how have I still got a job? That's definitely a finable offence. Not reading a starting grid. Well, well, well. What do you know about it? Luckily I'm the boss and I can do what I want. Tell you what, it's lunchtime. It's nearly 1 PM and I'm a little hungry. So, Boys, let's not take too long. Let's get this 8 laps in. Let's get the B main in. And then let's get 50 laps completed in tonight's main event. Alright, off turn 4, green flag is out. We're underway for the third and final heat race of the night. Again, we watch the battle on for the race lead. Carter and Haney side by side down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. We go back to Cummings Jr. on the outside of that's Dustin Hall in the all-white car. Not sure why that still shows up in a white car. I'm sure he's got a skin on that car, so I think that's on Dustin's end. Definitely not on our end because we haven't had any issues. So you continue to see Daniel Cummings Jr. now working to the inside there, looking for second spot over Carter. He will get the spot through turns 1 and 2. Cummings into second, Haney, your race leader. Then we go back to Dustin Hall in third. Fourth is going to be Brent Carter. And Poston now on the 58 car, nearly door slam in the 69 into turns 1. Poston in that fifth and final transfer spot. He's not going just yet, Chris, because here comes Daniel Cummings. And I think it's Tony Barkhoven that says this, but you've got company! It's one of the Knoxville track announcers anyway. Is it Barkhoven or the other fella? I don't know, whoever it is. 5 down, 3 to run. Cummings really starting to put the pressure on Haney. All over the back of him into turns 1 and 2. Gets a little bit of breathing room. Haney now stays down low. Cummings Jr. works the outside of the racetrack. And he's not gone with just yet because here comes Cummings through the middle of 3 and 4. White flag is out. Haney may need to go to the GP. He might have to get that car re-stickered because he may have just had those stickers blown off him through turns 3 and 4. Final time, final turn, Daniel Cummings Jr. What a remarkable victory from position 4. Haney will grab second, Hall, Herring in third and fourth, Carter in fifth, Poston, McClone, Brombelow, Sick and Richie your top 10. Well, Haney, you can blame Chris on that one. Telling us that you were gone. You weren't even close to being gone. Let's go trackside and take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. This is your B main. 15 laps going to be thrown up on the scoreboard. And the top 9 going to advance. And I can tell you 13 cars are going to start this one. Robert Williams and Brian Wax will make up row number 1. Hunter Poston and John Etheridge will make up row 2. Row 3 will see Ryan Green and Austin McClone. And row 4, Anthony Codill and Travis Card. Row 5 will see Aaron Brumbelow and Bobby Honts. We go back to Bryson Daffin and Justin Sick in row 6. And then 7th row by himself will be Kyle Ritchie. Again, this is your B main. 15 cars. You see the 15 super late models idling down the front straight away. The 9 cars and the 9 cars to go through this one. What's going on? What's going on, Rise? Reese? Welcome in and welcome to the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday super late model part of the program. The final, well, the penultimate race of the night. Off turn 4, Williams and Wax getting set to do battle here on the front straightaway. Green flag goes out. We are underway. It is Robert Williams who leads. The 58 of Hunter Poston now moves into second spot. John Etheridge moves, well, moving backwards in the field. Going to get shuffled back a couple of spots back to position 9. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. We watch Cordell in the 99 sitting back there in position 5 again. The top 9 going to go through. And how about the driver that is in 9th position? How about the 2 drivers in 9th? We spoke to them at the start of the Pro Late Model race. Bobby Hont and John Etheridge. Bobby Hont holds on to the 9th and final transfer spot. Maybe John Etheridge going to play a bit of blocking, bit of defense out for the drivers behind him. And I don't think that's the case. Maybe that's just a bit of wishful thinking right there. But there you can see that number 9 machine. You get real focused on that car. The American Central Transport number 9 machine. The ACT. Alright, we go back up to and have a look at your battle on for about, well, we're going to say around about the top 5 area. Anthony Cadill in the yellow and white number 19 9K. So you got pressure there from Brumbelow on the outside of the racetrack, moving to the higher side. And just in front of him, you've got Brian Wax and Ryan Green. So Green and Wax going at it. Green has 3rd. But the Crazy 8's number 58 machine of Hunter Poston in 2nd spot at the moment. Thanks for the follow, Casey. Appreciate it. Should have been following a long time ago, but it is what it is. We'll take it. Alright, let's get some good close-up shots of this one. The 23 car. Robert Williams out in front. 8 down. 7 to run. There is the Crazy 8's number 58 machine. So far, clean and green in the B main. The high side raceway, 24J. Ryan Green in 3rd. 4th, we see here the 3D Racing Takeoff, Centerville Smoke. I'll get that when I get the right camera angle once again. Centerville Smoke and Vape Shop. It's got the UniTV logo on the side of that car. Brian, thanks for running that one, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Big crash, massive crash. The one of Travis Card. Now we are staying green. And the battle is on right now for 2nd and 3rd. Green trying to get by Poston. Poston slides up in front of him. The 24J going to fall back to position number 3. Yellow. Bryson Daffin in the 18, a lap down. Bobby Hunt, unfortunately, in 11th. Travis Card has actually made the show. Now, Brian Wax is a couple of laps down. Now, Travis Card, the top 9 go through. Travis Card is in position 9. Now, hopefully he hasn't DC'd from the server, because that would be a shame to give up a spot. Yeah, better late than never. It is what it is. You know, like I said, we'll take it. Thank you. Appreciate all the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, you are watching the Wicked Wednesday Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model part of the program here tonight. Again, just a little over an hour, or just under an hour ago, we had the American Central Transport 50 for the Pro Late Models at the Lima Land Motorsports Park. Again, we are taking a closer look at some of these race cars and giving their sponsors a shout. Of course, Schaefer's Racing Oil on the side of the 34 machine of Kyle Ritchie. There is the Monsters of Dirt 421 of John Etheridge. Austin McLaren in the 29 machine. Again, there's Brian Wax, the Centerville Smoke and Vape Shop in 8th position, however, on pit road. We do have a green-white checker, so this is not the final lap. We have a green-white checker, and it's starting to get really cold here. I might have to go shut the door after this. You know what? Let's watch from the chopper view. Ready? Let's watch the outside of the front row. Here we go. Green flag. Green, white checker will be the next 3 flags you'll see. There's the green. And Poston and Green going to go back at it once again. Down into 1 and 2. But it's going to be Poston in the 58 car who holds on to position number 2 into 3 and 4 on the penultimate time. White flag is out. Final lap, final time in tonight's B main. It's Robert Williams who leads from Hunter Poston. Ryan Green back there in position 3 and 4th Anthony Goodell. Kyle Ritchie as a checkered flag comes out. Finishing of your B main, Williams, Poston, Green, Cadell, Ritchie, Etheridge, McClone, Wax and Card. Those 9 drivers will make the show. Brumbelow misses out, unfortunately, along with Bobby Hons, Bryson Daffin as well. And now we have a 5-minute warm-up session. So we'll take this opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back in just a few short moments' time with your main event for the Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model main event, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
My name is Stephen Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types, you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV here on this wicked Wednesday Monsters of Dirt doubleheader. The super late models, the final race on the night and of the program here from the Volusia Speedway Park. Our A main set to roll off here in just about 30 seconds time. Of course, before we go trackside and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, myself, Brett Wheeler, want to welcome you into Ultimate Dirt TV booth. We are live across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch once again. And of course, a big thanks to our wonderful sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, iCore Leagues, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Of course, you can find all their social media pages on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com and you keep up to date with all the sponsors and keep up to date with what we've got going on here on a weekly basis or a nightly basis. 24 starters here in tonight's main event. Let's go trackside right now and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. .50 laps will be the distance for tonight's A main. Brandon Proudfoot and Casey Reiser will make up positions 1 and 2. Position 3, Daniel Cummings Jr. Position 4 will see JD Brown. Position 5, inside row 3 will be Shane James. Mookie Haney out of position number 6. Austin Anderson in position number 7. Ryan Underwood out of position number 8. Position 9 will be Dustin Hall. Position 10 will be Jason McConnell. David Caldwell in position 11. Position 12 is going to be Calvin Herring. That is halfway through your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Position 13th, Cole Henriksen and Daniel Stifler out of position 14th. Brent Carter out of position 15. Position 16 will see Robert Williams. Hunter Poston in position number 17. Ryan Green out of position number 18. Position number 19, Anthony Cordill and Kyle Ritchie out of position number 20. Positions 21 through to 24, Austin McLean out of position 21. John Etheridge in the 421 will start position 22. Brian Wax in position 23, and Bobby Hans in the 9 ACT entry will start position number 24. That is a look at a top to bottom of your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model main event live from the Volusia Speedway Park. The drivers will get the Wonder Green signal this time by, and you can listen to the 850 odd horsepowered super late models just rumbling down the front straight away. The calm before the storm. Green flag next time by. Down the back straight away. You see the cars slowly making their way through turn number 3. This is where you get up on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen, because it is showtime here at the Volusia Speedway Park, and we are green flag in tonight's main event. All the cars make their way through turns, well, down the front straight away into turns 1 and 2. And so far, everybody looks to be keeping off of one another for the time being. No real contact. Oh, there's contact there with Underwood. He got in the back of Haney. Shane James working down low on JD Brown for positions 4. Reiser. Yellow flag early on. Cole Henriksen there in the 0 car. Going to be at the back of this field. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. There is the 0 car, the white and black, just got into the side of Stifler there and put that car in the front straight away. Facing the wrong way, somewhat of a close 360. Again, the onboard shot thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports. see the contact here in just a second. There it is. This should show a better angle of the incident there. There it is, and there goes Henriksen to the inside and around. Thankfully, nobody else collected the zero machine. Lights out on your iRacing.com official page truck. Proudfoot, Cummings, Riser, JD Brown, Shane James, Haney, Anderson, Underwood, McConnell, Hall, your top 5 rows. Here we go, Proudfoot on the loud pedal, and we are back underway here at Volusia. Again, the field side by side down into turns 1 and 2. They do a good job again. Let's see if they can go for more. No, there it is, yellow already. And this time we have got Anthony Cadill in the 99 around. So second yellow flag of tonight's feature event. And wait for the lights to go out on your pace truck this time by. In fact, the lights are still on, so we'll go one more time around the Volusia Speedway Park behind your pace vehicle. Jacob, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in to the Ultimate Dirt TV community, sir. So once again, we are going to go back to green flag racing, this time by 9 down, 41 to go. Still plenty of laps, boys, so let's just get into a rhythm, find your groove, and make your move. Proudfoot, Cummings. Proudfoot gets on the gas. We're back underway. Riser to the inside on Cummings, down into turns number 1 and 2. Riser looks for second down the back straightaway, and Brown and James side by side. Contact between Riser and Cummings as they went into turns 3. Now JD Brown right through the middle. Shane James on the inside, Cummings on the outside. 3 wide into turns 1 and 2 again. James once again trying to get by Riser. Couldn't do it in the heat race. Cummings second. Brown up on the top side, in behind the 24 of Cummings as well. 2 by 2 by 2 at the moment. Proudfoot must be loving. He must be loving this at the moment. If he's looking in his mirror and seeing what's happening behind him, if he's got the time, he would know that a lot of these drivers are still side by side with one another. James continues to work the inside on Riser down into turns number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, JD Brown to the inside on Daniel Cummings Jr. But the yellow flag will fly, and it's going to be for the number 9 car of Bobby Honts. Again, the lights on the iRacing.com official pace track are still flashing. The driver's getting the 2 to green signal. So not this time, but the following time by, we'll go back to green flag action. We'll have 17 completed and 33 laps left to run. You see the 9 there of Bobby Honts. The car just going past the pace truck, getting back the lap. Again, this time by the Wolf Action Esports number 22 machine of Brandon Proudfoot. He is your race leader, and again, so far, he has led every lap. Can he repeat what Hayden Cardwell did in the Pro Late Model and lead every lap wire to wire, flag to flag, of course, green through to yellows, through to white, all the way into the checkered. 18 complete, 32 to go. Apologies, what did I say, 17 and 33? Not sure what I said, can't remember. So in fact, the lights just stayed on one more time. Lights are still on, so race control still not happy with the way things are at the moment. So they'll continue to pace this field, and the longer this goes on, the less laps we get to run. Of course, very difficult to look after an entire 24 car field. Alright, pace truck to the infield this time by. Here we go. 19 down and 31 to go. Proudfoot will be the first person to get on the gas, and then the rest of the field will go as JD Brown got a good start on Daniel Cummings Jr. Brown to the inside, down the back straight away. He has second, and Shane James as well. He's looking for a podium spot here in the Super Late Model part of the program for the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday, and we are yellow once again, and 29 of Austin McGlone just coming back down the racetrack. David Cardwell in the 07 machine around. McGlone should be coming back into the pits. He will, and that's going to put us under the yellow flag once again. We'll see what Tri Racing flagman does this time by, whether he gives him the 1 to green signal or whether the drivers are on the 2 to green. I think they'll get the 1 to go signal this time by. We'll keep a look at the lights atop of the iRacing.com pace truck. They turn off, which means we are going back to green flag action this time by. 23 down, 27 to go. So we are nearing the halfway stage here of tonight's main event. Proudfoot and Brown. This time Brown is going to be caught on the outside as he needs to get a good jump because he doesn't want to be sleeping at the start. Otherwise, he might just fall back a position. But it looks like Brown actually got a pretty decent start along with Shane James. James around the outside of Cummings Jr. down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 we go. Uh-oh. And race control really going to start to get annoyed here at some of these incidences right now. Again, taken away from the fact that our pro late model race from Limeline only just seen 4 yellows, maybe 5, but already we are right around that area right now in tonight's super late model main event. I'm just going to take this opportunity quickly just to step aside and grab a drink while these drivers are rolling around the Volusia Speedway Park for the Monsters of Dirt super late model here on the Wicked Wednesdays for Monsters of Dirt. All right, here we go. Back to green flag. This time by is Robert Williams in the 23, just getting a bit of a wave on by the admin tower. Lights out, 27 down, 23 to run. So again, past halfway right now. Proudfoot and Brown as Proudfoot, the 22 car, goes first. He was the control car. As Brown now, he's got Shane James on the inside, Cummings behind him, Haney back there in position number 3 as well. Brown work on the top of the racetrack through 3 and 4 as James continues to work low. Down into 1 and 2, they continue to run. Cummings Jr. trying to find something, trying to slide from the middle to the top of the racetrack. It's going to be James and Brown side by side through turns 3 and 4. There's nothing in it between James, Brown, and also Proudfoot. There's 0.3 of a second separating those 3 drivers. And it's less than a second separating your top 6. So, again, there's very little in it right now. And J.D. Brown, once again, continuing to work the outside of the racetrack. Maybe taking a page out of Daniel Cummings Jr. book in the heat races earlier on. But James, once again, James and Brown. And tell you what, it's nice to see James so far be competitive and having a little bit of lady luck on his side. I think he's picked up 1 podium in the Super Late Models this season here for the Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model. Everything else has just been an absolute disaster for the driver of the HRE Motorsports number 3 car. Look at Brown on the outside. Brown to the race lead down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Slide jump on Proudfoot. Brown back underneath him now down the back straightaway. They run side by side. Brown gets the momentum into turn number 3. Proudfoot, can he cross back underneath him down out of turn number 4? Brown has it. They run nose to tail into 1 and 2. James now goes down to the low side on the exit of turn 2. Trying to find something, so now these boys are starting to get a wriggle on, starting to get a move on. Up to your top 3, and James and Proudfoot side by side. James had it at the start finish on. He had second. Can he hang on to second down the back straightaway? The colour change might be a good option for the number 3 machine. Stay clear of the black and blue number 3. Maybe stay with the Tiger Orange. Right now into 1 and 2. The Cincinnati machine, the number 3 car. Up to second spot. Proudfoot, he's fallen back to third, but I tell you what, he's not giving up second without a fight because he's still working the outside. 36 complete, 14 to run. It is still on. Meanwhile, while Proudfoot and James are running side by side, what they are doing is they are letting JD Brown just literally clear away. What's going on, LRP? Sorry, I had the Knoxville race up over the YouTube and Twitch chat. I apologise, buddy, but hope you're still here. Hope you're still well, buddy. Is slided by Proudfoot on James. And now James, once again, all that hard work over the last 6, 7, 8 laps, he's now going to have to do it all over again. 11 to go this time by for JD Brown. He is now out to about 8/10 of a second lead over Brandon Proudfoot. Second, third is now still Shane James. Lap times in the high 16s, a 16:8:05 for JD Brown, a 16:8:45 for Proudfoot. James was a 17:060. Daniel Cummings, in fact, on the 2 laps ago, he was quickest with a 16.7. Now these drivers are into the 16.7s. Brown with a 16.733. Proudfoot 16.765. James with a 16.780. So once again, the top 3 into the 16.7s again. Haney as well into the 16.7s. He's back there in position 5. Brad actually went to the bottom side then through turn number 1 and 2. He's still the middle of the racetrack, so this track nowhere near slick enough, but yellow. Oh boys, looking. Oh gee, Daniel Cummings Jr. was very, very lucky. Talk about a pucker up, hands in your mouth type of moment. Yeah. Hey, you gotta do what you can, brother. You gotta do what you can. I mean, it's pretty tough, you know, trying to watch Facebook chat, YouTube chat, Twitch chat, trying to watch the Nationals, trying to focus on the cars on the racetrack, trying to focus on the battles, trying to produce, trying to get the cameras right. Yeah, you could say I'm multitasking. I guess we could say that. What do you reckon, Lance? What do you reckon? Do what we gotta do. Speaking of doing what they had to do, JD Brown, your race leader, and with only about a handful of laps. I wouldn't say that. I just know how to multitask. Okay, just don't ask me to listen. Because I tend to kind of tune out, you know. Lights are out, 5 laps to run. This time by Brown. 2.5 miles away from victory lane. How about Trey Starks winning the night 1 of the Nationals? J-Mac was flying in the end there. Just ran out of laps. Speaking of just running out of laps, we've only got 5 left in this one. And what started as a little bit of a not so good of a super late model main event has now really turned into a really good one, thanks to those drivers up the front of the field. Green flag back out, 5 to run. Make that 4.5 down the back straight away. Brown, James now back up on the inside of Proudfoot. Cummings Jr. through the middle. Haney working the bottom side up to position 4. Then we go back to Riser and Underwood. So top 7. Calvin Herring. Top 7 cars are separated by 8/10 of a second. And oh boy, this is getting juicy. Now towards the front of the field once again. It's Proudfoot on the top side following JD Brown, but Shane James is making it work on the bottom side. 3 laps left around 1.5 miles around the Volusia Speedway Park for the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday Super Late Model portion of the evening. The Pro Late Models at Lima was a fantastic showing. And now we have 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks are out. If the drivers get the white flag, we will race it to the start-finish line. However, if not, we will go to a green-white checker. But I can confirm we are going to race it out to the end. Proudfoot, one last dive down into turn number 1 and 2. Runs the slider line now down the back straightaway for the final time. And the Super Late Model main event here for the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday belongs to J.D. Brown. What an awesome drive by the number 14 machine. Home in second, Brandon Proudfoot. And Shane James will come home in position number 3. Oh boy, as we take a look now at your JR Productions and Media unofficial results. Here is your rundown of tonight's finishing order. Home in first spot in caliber 14 is J.D. Brown. Second goes to the 22 of Brandon Proudfoot. The Acre, thank you very much for the follow. Shane James home in position number 3. The Acer, I should say. Daniel Cummings Jr., Ryan Underwood home in 4th and 5th. Mookie Haney, Casey Reiser, Calvin Herring, Jason McConnell, and Brian Wax will round out your top 10. We go back to Daniel Stifler, Dustin Hall, Kyle Ritchie, Cole Henriksen, Hunter Poston. Your top 15, your 15 cars that finishing on the lead lap. Anthony Cadill cut 3 laps down along with Austin Anderson, also 3 laps down in 17th. Ryan Green, 8 laps down in 18th. Robert Williams in 19th, 18 laps down. 20 laps down was John Etheridge home in 20th position. Then we go back to Brent Carter along with Bobby Hons in 21st and 22nd. Austin McLaren 27 with David Carbell rounding out the 24 car field. We'll go trackside right now and chat to our top 3 hopefully. I hate that camera angle. Like, screw the fence. There we go. We'll go with that one. Let's see if our top 3 are in Discord. Let's take a look at JD Brown. He's there. Mr. Brandon Proudfoot is there. And Shane James is there. So let's bring in our 3rd place driver tonight in caliber 3, Shane James. Shane, congratulations on this 3rd place run. First of all, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, look, new paint scheme, and you find some good results, and you find some good luck with it. So maybe stay away from the black and blue machine, and maybe stick with this Tiger paint scheme. But tonight, a 3rd place run. It was a good race up front between you, Brandon, and also JD there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race there up front for us. When we didn't have them caution laps, the track was pretty decent, and I had the bottom working pretty good, and thought maybe I was going to pull up underneath them. Then I think it just kind of went away, or the top just came in a little better. So yeah, it was a pretty good battle there for a while, and the new paint scheme. This is kind of just a fun paint scheme I just decided to do. So maybe I'll keep running it.
Oh, you're one podium at least with this paint scheme that was seen here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We know you haven't had the best of luck throughout this series, but again, it's nice to find some luck. And obviously, at the start of this race, with those cautions, with how many that we've seen there, does that sort of frustrate you a little bit, knowing that you guys were unable to get that many green flag laps in, considering that how good that last half of the race was?
Yeah, it does frustrate you because I think the bottom was really good early, and maybe I could have got up there and got second earlier or got the first even, And it frustrates everybody because you try and get in a rhythm. It's hard to get in a rhythm when there's a caution every lap. So, but yeah, cautions suck, but that's part of it. That's part of sim racing, But overall, it was a decent race there the last.
Well, look, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight in the Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model round number 6. We'll let you get out of here. But before we do, we know you've got some sponsors and some shout outs to give, so we'll throw the mic back to you.
Yeah, I always got to thank my team, HRE Motorsports. I think it's going on 2 years. Been with them almost, so that's going pretty well. Team Friday, Dirt All Access, iRacing, iFlag, Ohio Freshwater Adventures, 34 Raceway, just everybody that part of it. I think we got like over 4,000 likes on Facebook, which is pretty damn good for a sim team. So we'll take that. And thanks to you guys up in the booth, and thanks to Monsters of Dirt for putting us on.
All right, there we go. Shane James there, home in third place. Home in second place tonight. He leads a couple of laps, but he led a number of laps there. But unfortunately comes away with the second place, but I'm sure he's still going to be proud of this one. Brandon Proudfoot. Brandon, congratulations on the second place run, man. It was you and JD Brown certainly putting on a bit of a show there along with Shane James. I mean, it must have been very exciting from the cockpit of that number 22 machine.
Oh, yeah, it was very exciting. Definitely a little bit of a scare there towards the end, seeing the mirror, and I see them both coming.
Oh, it took a while for JD to get by, but once he did, you weren't afraid to put it back to him, and then obviously the late caution there. But I mean, during that second half of the race, I mean, you three guys were able to move all over the racetrack and do it and do it cleanly as well without making any contact, very minimal, if any.
Yeah, the track towards the end, despite all the cautions, was really good. I agree with Shane to where if it would have been a little bit more caution-free, it would have been some interesting for sure. But I think the lines, both on the bottom and the top, were quite equivalent there towards the end.
All right, well, look, you bring home a second-place run here tonight in the Wolf Action Esports, number 22 entry here for the Monsters of Dirt Super Late Model. We'll let you get out of here, but before we do, we'll let you thank those sponsors once again.
10-4, Wharf Action, of course. Got Reignition Esports. That's the guys I've been racing with here for the past few weeks. Yourself, Monsters of Dirt, for hosting just about every day.
All right, there we go. Brandon Proudfoot there, home in second place, and home in first place here tonight in the Super Late Model main event victory here from the Volusia Speedway Park is none other than JD Brown. JD, first of all, congratulations on this victory, man. What a heck of a run from you in the number 14 car. You start on the outside of the front row. You had a lot of patience there at the start with those yellows, but in the end, you come away victorious. You got to be pumped about this result.
Yeah, for sure. Just wasn't too sure what the line was going to be at in the start, so I just kind of got stuck up top and kind of just made it work for as long as I could, and actually ended up being the faster line by the end of the race.
Track didn't get all that slick from what it looked like. It still looked like it was very tacky, both on the top and bottom. Does that sort of worry you when you're trying to pick a line because you don't know where the fastest line is?
Yeah, for sure. It was just like at that point, it was more so just try to pick whatever line Brandon or Shane wasn't running. So I saw they were running the bottom, so I kind of had to go up top to try to make at least something work. And I thought I was gonna kind of get pulled away there, and I had to get shuffled back to the bottom, but it ended up working out for me.
Well, yourself, Brandon, and Shane certainly put on a show in those last sort of 20, 25 laps here in the main event. But again, you started off, I think, the Pro Late Model winner at Eldora in round number 1, and now we speak about round number 6 here in the Super Late Models. You just continually find victory lane, and you continue to find these good results. What's been the main, I guess, sort of achievement that you found throughout these opening 6 weeks?
Well, it's just like it's always fun running with these guys, and whenever I show up, I usually, if I make the main, I always end up getting top 5 and just being consistent, not getting up in wrecks. I'm usually not the greatest when it has tons of moisture in it, and so heats kind of struggle a little bit. But for the mains, by the end of it, I'm usually up front somewhere, just keeping consistent, not getting the car too sideways, and just always look forward to the slick, 'cause that's where I always gain all my spots and really excel when a slick comes out.
Well, you've done a fantastic job on not a slicker racetrack, but not a tacky racetrack, kind of a happy medium between the two lines. So congratulations on the victory here at Volusia. We'll let you get out of here, of course. But before we do, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
Try to thank Dustin Hall for the new wrap. Looks great. If you want a wrap, go talk to him. And just everyone at Bad Racing that makes us still go around the track and get the wins.
All right, there we go. JD Brown there home in first place here this evening in the Super Late Models for the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday. And that will wrap us up here this evening. Excuse me, of course, we had the Pro Late Models at the Lima Motorsports Park. We had the American Central Transport 50, which was an absolute fantastic race. So if you haven't watched that one, go back and watch that one. It was an unbelievable race. I think we had 4 or 5 cautions inside of 50 laps, and it was just a great race. And again, the Super Late Models certainly turned it on as well for the second half of this race. Again, the first half marred by cautions, but again, as the drivers alluded to, it is racing, it's sim racing, it just happens. It is what it is. You take the good with the bad, and you take the bad with the good. And well, of course, a big thanks to Monsters of Dirt, John Etheridge, and the entire admin team behind the scenes here at Monsters of Dirt for not only allowing us Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action here tonight, but of course, putting on 5 nights of racing a week. Yes, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Speaking of Thursday night with the Monsters of Dirt, Stephen McMillan will be your host for tomorrow night's UMP Modified race at the Eldora Speedway. Again, that'll be live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Myself, I will be elsewhere, but I will also be live on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page as well. So if you want to come back for sim racing, you're not sure if you want to watch either some Pro Late Models or UMP Modifieds, take your pick. Both shows are going to be fantastic as we get set to wrap up this week. Of course, on Friday night / Saturday morning, we will have the finale of the ESR Red Eye League. It'll be the UMPs. They will be at the dirt track at Charlotte, I believe, for their final race of the season. That'll wrap up their 6-week season as well. So we've got you covered here on Ultimate Dirt TV up until the end of the week. And then, of course, Sunday night we go back into our triple header with the World of Thunder. Of course, you can keep up to date with our schedule on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Click on the schedules tab. While you're here, you can check out our sponsors, check out their websites, their social media pages, and of course those wonderful people that help us behind the scenes. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, iCore Leagues, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. For the people that are watching on their Twitch channel, don't forget to hit the follow button, make sure the bell and the get notifications tab is on. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost a thing. And of course, you can keep up to date with all the sim racing action here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course, our Facebook audience as well. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button on our page as we near 4,300 likes or 4,300 followers again. So again, all this support is much appreciated here. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, on behalf of myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell, good night. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Pro Late Models. And of course, don't forget the Monsters of Dirt UMP Modified Mid-Season Championship. Again, a $250 purse at the Eldora Speedway. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.